Hi, I'm Timmy Para-George, and in this video I will be taking you through a warm-up for NetballSmart. Warming up is important for all players as it prepares your body for what it's about to do on court. It helps to improve your performance and reduces the risk of injury. The warm-up is a great place to begin hydrating, so make sure your bottle is full and easy to find. A warm-up should include aerobic action, dynamic stretches and anaerobic activities. For the safest and most effective warm-up, it is important that each of these phases occur in this order. Aerobic activity should begin slowly at low intensity and gradually increase. For example, lightly jogging and increasing the speed of this to a run. You could also run in various directions in the space you have available, and work into an aerobic activity such as the running clock. For the running clock, place a cone in the middle of a large circle of players. All players run on the spot with fast feet, while one at a time, players take turns at running to the middle cone, pushing off and giving a hand slap to each player around the circle before returning to their original place. From the baseline, players run forwards to the transverse line and return backwards to the baseline. Players then sidestep from the baseline to the second transverse line and back. Once your body temperature and heart rate have increased during this aerobic phase of the warm-up, you are ready to move on to your dynamic stretches. Don't forget to keep hydrated throughout your warm-up and into your training or game that follows. I will take you through some dynamic stretches for the second phase of your warm-up following your aerobic activities. Dynamic stretches are done in order to prepare your body for the movements made during a netball game. Stretches help move your muscles through an increased range of motion. Some of the dynamic stretches you may already know, like the squat and lunge. Instructions for these can be found on the NetballSmart resources or at netballsmart.co.nz. Other dynamic stretches you can include are high knees, maintaining an upright position, begin a running motion with your arms and bring your knee to hip height. Keep your steps short and move as quickly as possible while maintaining good control. As with high knees, take short steps lifting your heels to your backside. Again, move as quickly as possible while maintaining control. Side steps. Standing side on to the court, stepping out with your right foot initially, bring your left foot in to meet your right and repeat in a sideways stepping motion. Remember to keep upright, move as quickly as possible and practice leading with both the right and left feet. It's essential that dynamic stretches such as these are performed before any anaerobic exercise. Before you include a ball into your warm-up, it is important to include anaerobic exercise to increase your speed and get you ready to play the game. Triangle cone sprints are an example of this kind of activity. Place 3 cones in a large triangle. 3 players begin at one cone and one after another begin sprinting and jogging alternate edges of the triangle. Court shuttles can be used in this part of the warm-up. With players starting on the baseline, they can sprint 1/3 and return with a slow jog. Players can then sprint the widths and jog the lengths of the court, and then sprint the length of the court and jog the widths. If having not enough space is an issue, skipping ropes can also be used. Players skip at increased and decreased speeds on the spot. Now that your dynamic stretches and anaerobic activities are complete, you are ready to introduce a netball to your warm-up. Cooling down is the most important step in the recovery process. Use of these techniques are essential in preventing injury. It is important to coordinate cool-downs with your team and do it after each training or game. In your cool-down, make sure you include light aerobic exercise, static stretching and nutrition, and don't forget to hydrate. Cooling down can begin slowly by jogging 3 to 4 lengths of the court and continuing to walk for up to 5 minutes. If you take your water bottle with you, this can be an excellent opportunity to rehydrate. Following a training or game of high intensity, it's best to do a few low intensity dynamic stretches before moving into your static stretches. Some examples of low intensity dynamic stretches are the prone calf cycles and the walk, walk and stretch. In prone calf cycles, rest your hands on the ground with straight arms. Place your legs behind you and raise your hips slightly. Alternate your feet by pushing the heel of one foot into the ground while raising the other one onto tiptoes. Keep alternating between the left and right feet smoothly around 20 times. In the walk, walk and stretch, walk 4 steps forward, stretch your left arm overhead, and with your heels on the ground, stretch out to the right. Repeat this process stretching out to the left and continue. Continuing your cool down with a range of slow and gentle static stretches can increase flexibility, reduce muscle stiffness, as well as post-exercise soreness. Every stretch should be held for 20 to 30 seconds, to the point of tension but never pain. A range of static stretches can be found at NetballSmart.co.nz or found in these NetballSmart resources. Now is also an excellent time to begin your post-game nutrition. For me, thanks. A banana is a great option. See NetballSmart.co.nz and NetballSmart resources for more post-game nutrition ideas. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay fit, stay hydrated and stay in the game.